People tend to ride bikes for countless reasons, ranging from personal to environmental causes, and today, we will focus on only one. That's environmental. A lot of human activities are responsible for emitting greenhouse gases, and of course, global warming. For instance, the United States Environmental Protection Agency stated in a report that transportation has 27% of the contribution to the increase of the greenhouse effect in 2020, which is significantly raising the global average temperature. Hence, if we want to reduce the global warming effect, we should move on to a sustainable energy source. And many experts believe bikes can be the next best transportation that can contribute to emitting global warming. With no requirement of burning fuels for energy like motorized vehicles, cycling can help us build an eco-friendly lifestyle. So, is this statement valid? Well, let's find out together in this video. Let's start with one of the most obvious environmental pollutions. That's the CO2 emission, also known as the carbon footprint, which is figured by the amount of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, generated by our activities. And it not only affects the environment and surroundings, but is hazardous to our health too, ranging from respiratory to cardiac issues. The amount of carbon footprint of cycling can range from 16 to 50 grams of CO2 per kilometer, depending on how efficiently you ride and what you eat, which is still less than getting on a bus or driving. And surprisingly, the CO2 emission of cycling is also lower than that of walking, making cycling one of the lowest carbon per kilometer options of transport. In this regard, our best example is the Dutch community. By riding bikes, they reduced their carbon footprint by 18% between 2008 and 2016, a change from 13.8 thousand kilograms to 11.4 thousand kilograms per capita, which is equal to 54.4 million trees being planted each year. So, it proves that cycling can drastically contribute to the reduction of carbon footprint in our atmosphere. On the other hand, for centuries, fossil fuel has been the primary source of energy used by vehicles and power plants. At present, fuels like oil, gas, and coal supply approximately 80% of our power needs. Moreover, we are paying the price beyond our wallet because burning fossil fuels puts an enormous toll on our environment, from air and water pollution to global warming. According to NRDC, around 12.6 million Americans are exposed to toxic air daily, and an enormous proportion of this population comes from active oil, gas wells, transportation, and production facilities. So, there's another benefit of riding a bike. It consumes no fossil fuels for running, but there's still a catch because the production of bikes is a different story. It requires fossil fuel for power. Although the production of bikes requires significantly fewer fuels than that of motor vehicles, it's still an issue for global warming. But by switching to cycling from your motorized vehicle, mostly for the short commutes, you can contribute to reducing the use of fossil fuel, even if a small amount. Additionally, the production of bikes is twice the number when compared to cars. Approximately 364,000 bikes are produced, and 47,607 are sold every day. So, when assessing these tremendous numbers, it's no doubt that bike waste is a global concern. Recycling is crucial for our nature. It saves our precious energy and helps to lower the greenhouse effect. And it's more about our mindfulness. Currently, the UK saves more than 10 to 15 million tons of CO2 emission a year just by recycling, which is equal to taking 3.5 million cars off the road. Besides, when your bike is partially broken or unusable, you can put it out to the charities or organizations that collect bikes for recycling. And if your bike is really at the end of its life cycle, make sure to reuse whatever parts you can, rather than throwing it all out. Recently, an estimate has been made that about 15 million bikes are discarded every year. And among them, unfortunately, most of these unwanted bikes end up in landfills. This problem can easily be solved by choosing to recycle, because the materials used on your bikes can be recycled into many innovative products, even into brand new bikes. Likewise, another serious environmental issue is dumping rubber tires into landfills. Much like other bike parts, tires have a lifespan, and when they become old or irreparable, you can reuse those waste tires for a lot of innovative purposes. Rubber tires being inherently durable, they are known as one of the most problematic sources of solid waste, contributing to a lot of environmental and health risks. And an estimate shows that around 2.5 million tires are thrown away yearly. But With the option of recycling, these tires can be given a new lease of life. So, next time you replace your bike tire, keep in mind to take them to a household waste recycling centers or turn them into creative DIY projects. The possibilities are endless if you can think it out. Nowadays, electric bikes are booming out on the market as well as on the streets. When compared to traditional bikes, electric bikes are a more efficient alternative to driving a car, motorbike, or scooter because they are battery powered. Air pollution is a major problem in the cities, and the most prominent toxic fume is nitrous oxide. It's emitted mainly from diesel-powered cars. This noxious gas is deadly for our respiratory system, contributing to approximately about 9,400 premature deaths every year in London. And luckily, an electric bike does not emit any fumes, contributing to reducing air pollution while keeping you in shape. Now, coming to the electric bike's batteries, most electric bikes use lithium-ion batteries, and they are the most environmentally friendly alternative to fossil fuels available yet. And with a long lifespan, these rechargeable batteries can serve you well for a long time. Just make sure not to burn them, as it will emit a vast number of harmful fumes responsible for the greenhouse effect. However, a Gatenotes report states that electricity is 25% responsible for the greenhouse effect and global warming. Hence, the more electric bicycles will increase, the more negative impacts will rise. But you can improve this percentage by making some small changes, and that is switching to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydroelectric, or tidal energy for changing the battery. And as a result of the high demand for clean energy, switching to a renewable energy provider is not as expensive as it was before. So, riding an electric bike is eco-friendly, and you can spice it up more just with a couple of smart choices. Ultimately, with all the facts, figures, and analyses we have mentioned in this video, the cycling industry still has a long way to go before claiming to be 100% eco-friendly. That was all we had on discussing how good is cycling. Is it 100% eco-friendly? Thanks for watching our video. What's your thought on this topic after watching this video? Make sure to comment below and keep your eyes peering through our channel for more interesting videos like this.